Hello and welcome back to Past TV. I'm your host, Blaine Barton, a senior IT pro evangelist with Microsoft developer and platform evangelism team. And once again, follow us on Twitter at hashtag PastTV. So I've got Laura Rebelke here. How you doing, Laura?
I'm good. I learned hashtag.
Yeah, and
Feeling
we also got,
super cool.
I also got hashtag Sequel Gal.
Sequel Gal.
So this is the Sequel Gal. And she's a technical architect for the MTC, the Microsoft Technology Center.
Acronym?
That's where we're
We
going to
don't have
start.
a thing.
No, we don't have,
Hashtag,
well,
yeah,
there's probably one for
hashtag
MTC.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to talk about, first we're going to talk about the Microsoft Technology Center. We're going to talk about all your involvement with PASS.
Yeah.
The PASS Summit, the PASS community. But first question is, I always want to get to know my people that I'm interviewing.
Okay.
Let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us about yourself.
All right. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I actually just moved to Roseville, but we'll just couch it as Minneapolis.
Okay.
Been there a long time. I have two kids, Jack and Tommy. Jack
All right.
is 12 years old. Tommy's 10.
Hey, Jack,
and,
Tommy.
Yeah. And an awesome husband named Bill.
All right.
So
Well,
it's
excellent.
all great. And I've been with Microsoft about 6 and some months now. 6 years, 6 months, somewhere around there.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Right on. So you're working at the Microsoft Technology Center. Tell us about that.
All right, so the Microsoft Technology Center is a destination for customers. So
Okay.
people can come in, customers come in, and they engage with architects. There's architects across different technologies. I cover data technologies, so
All right.
anything data. That could be in the cloud, it could be in your data center, it could be SQL Server, it could be Hadoop. It could be anything that it starts lighting up data with business intelligence.
Nice.
And customers will come in and ask me or talk about the business strategies that they have, and ask about how Microsoft can partner with them to help them achieve their business goals. So we'll have strategy briefings on how we align technology to their business goals.
Okay.
We might have an architecture design session, which gets a little bit more putting the boxes around how you would do an implementation.
Okay.
And we might do a proof of concept where we put everything into our data center, into Azure, and actually show and prove out how this works.
Okay, excellent. And there's also kind of a showcase there as well, right? I mean, you can kind of show some products off.
And we do show some products off. We have an envisioning center where customers will come in, we'll walk through different scenarios and walk through a day in the life across different people within your organization and how the services, technologies, and solutions help bring their worlds together.
Right.
And it's all, Microsoft is behind the scenes in those worlds. It's just facilitating everybody being productive and working through their lives.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. You know, I've been interviewing you and the rest of the PASS
Yeah.
members for about the last 3 years on my radio show, IT Time TechNet Radio.
Yeah.
It's a Channel 9 radio show, and here we are, year 3.
In
now I'm
person.
the host of PASS TV.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
awesome.
great. Now I feel like I'm part of the family. In fact, Vicky, one of my producers, got me one of these shirts now.
Oh,
It says
looks good.
PASS Summit on
Looks
it.
good.
So it goes well with my eyes. You say,
It does,
right?
yeah. He sparkles.
But yeah, you know, that's one thing we feel like a community, right?
Yes,
it's like,
we do.
Throughout the last couple of days, I feel like I've been a kind of an adopted person for the family.
Absolutely.
It's about community. It's about outreach.
Yep.
And I see a lot of people that are newbies,
Yes.
first timers.
Yes.
So it's about grassroots. It's about getting started with all of the wonderful things that the PASS Summit offers.
Right.
So let's talk about your involvement with PASS. You've been around for a while.
Oh, I've been around a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I started as I started the Minnesota User Group long time ago, and at that time it was not part of PASS. PASS was not even part of PASS.
Right.
And there were a lot of different user groups that were just cropped up all over. And PASS came along and just started providing some umbrella services, some ways that we can start working together and leveraging each other to strengthen the community as a whole. Whether it's having speakers that could speak across different user groups or just having ways that we can work together and learn from each other. So I brought our group, our local group, into the PASS organization.
Okay.
And over time we just strengthened and continued to grow, and it was great. So I still just adore my Minnesota SQL Server user group.
Yeah.
From there, I had a lot of great opportunities to participate in the PASS Summit. I've spoken here every year since 2005 or 6 or something around there. And this is the place where I love to just come and engage with other people. And when you speak here, it's not just, okay, I'm going to show you what I learned, but you could learn from other people. You can
Right.
hear what other people are doing and
Right.
how they might be using your solutions in different ways, and that becomes very meaningful to me.
Right. It's not your common summit. It's not your common conference. And this is a continuing as the theme is I mean, look behind us as well. It's like a lot of people, engaging with others and getting to know one another, and it's a networking opportunities. And so that's what brings a lot of people together.
You hear about the SQL family all the time, and it really is. I mean, I know so many of these people, and I've met them over the years, whether it was, back in 2005 with my first summit, or I just met them this year, and there's that sense of family and learning and helping each other grow.
Yeah, and my first experience was SQL Saturdays in Florida, in Tampa.
Oh, they're huge down there.
With Andy Warren and Pam Shaw and Jose Stinchilla and all those folks, Carla and Rodney. I mean, the whole community getting together, and you felt like a community. And then when you get to the past summit, you multiply times that multiplier, right? So that's great. You had some sessions, right?
I did. It was fantastic. So yesterday I spoke with Adam Jurgensen, who's on the past board of directors right now.
Yeah, I know Adam.
Adam's awesome.
Yeah.
So Adam and I had a session about enriching big data. So it was all about how do you get data into HD Insight, which is a service in Azure, cloud-based service for big data processing. How do you get data up there? How do you use that data and make it meaningful with other applications? Today was really fun though, and I'm an odd duck. I love compliance. And so today's topic was how can you manage and maintain compliance in Azure for big data workloads? So again, using that big data processing engine of the cloud, but you might have sensitive data concerns. And so what are some real world scenarios and how you could be successful in that space? And that's a lot of fun. The feedback was fantastic, and a lot of back and forth with the audience.
Yeah, so we're going to have some time tonight, maybe go to the NASCAR experience or have some fun, but with that we're going to wrap things up here. Laura,
thank you.
It's always a pleasure. Good to see you once again. And with that, Laura Rubelke, she's a technical architect for MTC, Microsoft Technology Centers. By the way, that's hashtag SQLGal, okay? Hashtag SQLGal if you want to follow Laura on Twitter. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Keith, how you doing?
Pleasure.
Keith Clearer. He's one from Astute, the founder of Astute. We're going to talk more about that. But before we talk about your company, let's talk about you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe your background a little bit, how you got in and established the founder of Astute, and then how you're one of the partners here at Past Summit.
Absolutely. So my background is primarily high performance computing.
Okay, good.
I've been living in San Diego since 1985, which is a gorgeous place to be.
Yeah, it is.
A few minutes from
very
the beach.
Nice. Yep.
So on those few occasions I get to the office, I can go down to the beach and enjoy myself and go surfing.
Awesome. Awesome.
I've got 3 kids, and a lovely wife, and I'm in a great company.
So do a little shout out for your kids. How you doing? That's on TV. That's great. So you're a leading provider of performance storage appliances or physical and virtual environments, increased performance, enhancing the end user productivity and all the lowering those costs in IT. So tell us a little bit more about Astute.
Well, Astute is a company with fundamental IP and the ability to deliver high performance storage onto the network.
Okay.
So we provide this platform in which you can connect your databases and your infrastructure, whether it's hypervisor based or physical based, to a storage system and get a tremendous amount of storage performance, especially for those types of applications that demand it. And so we find that SQL as an application is one of those applications that have a tremendous benefit being able to work with fast storage.
Right.
And it gets, as we see the progression in business intelligence, the databases get larger and larger in size, and more demands are placed on those databases, we see a very bright future for that kind of performance delivery.
Absolutely. So, as we look, everybody's moving to sessions back behind us, pretty busy back here. So, what do you think about, how does how does Astute engage with the community and the folks back behind us?
I'm really impressed by the quality and caliber of the individuals here at the show.
Yeah.
I think that we are a technical solution, and we are in the right spot because everyone here are the technical providers. People here at the front lines of understanding what it takes to be able to deliver an application or deliver results to their end customers, whether it's internal or external.
Right.
And so they struggle with implementation aspects, they struggle with the storage aspects, and they also struggle with how to get those applications running at the right performance level.
Right.
And we know that's a very common problem. And we're here to help with the performance portion of that. And I think we can be very effective in that area. I like talking to the folks that come to these shows because they are technical. And we have a technical solution. And so you get that great resonance. And people take that back and think about that. And they can work with their infrastructure providers to make sure that they have the right equipment in place to satisfy all aspects of their application delivery.
Right, that's fantastic. Astute Networks is down on the floor, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So unfortunately, they can't be there because they're online, they're worldwide, they're on the internet. So why don't you give them a little shout out on a URL where they get some of the information about Astute?
So the Astute Network's URL is very simple. It's www.astute, A-S-T-U-T-E, networks, plural.com.
All right, you got a hashtag? You got a hashtag?
Do
Astute
I have a
Networks?
hashtag? We do
Twitter?
have a hashtag, absolutely.
Yeah? What is it?
Astute Networks.
Makes it easy, right? So hashtag Astute Networks. With that, thanks, Keith.
You're
Always a
very
pleasure
welcome.
having you on
Thank you
Past
very much
TV.
for having us.
Hey,
Pleasure to be here.
anytime. So we're going to be moving now to a couple of more sessions. We've got the community, people from the community coming in and talk with us. And with that, we're going to go to the next session. So thanks for tuning in with Past TV.